YouTube, this is PZSian here. Well, welcome to the first day of 12 Apps Till Christmas 2013. Now, I think there's a little bit of an explanation that needs to be given about this, because day one is actually late. Day one was supposed to happen yesterday. As it turns out, I completely forgot that yesterday was supposed to be day one. It actually occurred to me at the end of the day, whoops, I forgot that today is the start of 12 Apps for Christmas. Guys, I really do apologize. This past week was also a bit of a hectic week. So, you know, you're going to have to forgive me on that one. I am actually really glad that I didn't really remember about it yesterday, because it was good to have a lazy day, because it was much needed, especially after exam week. So, anyways guys, as you can see, to set the mood, we did get a little bit of snow. It's not really snowing right now, but as you can see, we did get a little bit. Not enough to really constitute a snow video, but, you know, yeah. So anyways, I need to go ahead and find my tripod, because we need to get started with I guess, yesterday's app. And I'm going to be doing another video today for today, so there will be 2 of these out today. So, yay! At least you get double the app excitement for the second day. Anyways, let's get into this. Okay, so let's go ahead and let us get into this. So, like last year, I think I'm going to do a Zippo of the day for each of these videos. So, yeah, so the first Zippo of the day, really, I don't know. I couldn't really think of any Zippo that would really go along with today's app, so I just kind of picked one. So you're going to forgive me on that one. But the Zippo of the day for today is going to be the Gray Dusk Match Lighter. Alright? So, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a good look at this one real quickly. Here it is. As you can see, let's set this down. It's just this Gray Dusk Zippo. Basically what that is it's sort of a grayish color, as you can tell. It's very similar to the Candy Apple Red style Zippo, in which it's sort of a street crumb Zippo that's been dipped into some semi-transparent plastic, and as a result you get a very, very nice finish. I actually have a review on this type of Zippo in general. It's kind of a lengthy review. I might, let me try that again. I might wind up re-reviewing it in the future, because it is a little bit of a long video that's a bit drawn out, but for the time being, if you want to see that, you can probably, I guess I'll have it in the description or something, or there might even be an annotation if I decide to do that. So yeah, the date code on this thing is G of this year. That's G of 2013. And what is G? I think G is July. Let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yep, G is July. The insert on this one is, I think that's a C of 2013, so that would be March of this year. So March and July. So it doesn't really matter that the dates aren't matching, because, yeah, they're just made at different times. That's all that means. So anyways, and real quickly, the retail price on this thing was $21.95, but if you look at the link on Amazon, you will find it for cheaper. That's, I think, where I got this one. So yes. Anyways, that is it for the Zippo of the day. Let's go ahead and get into today's app. Alright, so here we go. Today's app is actually going to be an app that I myself chose. That's something I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know, is that these first 2 apps are actually apps that I chose myself, mainly because they're kind of easy to review. It'll sort of allow me to kind of get back into the swing of this whole thing. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. The app for today is an app called Minesweeper. Yes, as you know, I did recently review a Mac version of Minesweeper, so I guess it's time to do the iOS version. So let's go ahead and let's get straight into this. Go ahead and pop it open here, if I can. Let's see, it's made by a company called Speaka. Alright, now you'll have to excuse the fact that I'm using iOS iOS 6 to do this. I'm sure if you use iOS 7, you might have a slightly different appearance because of the iOS 7 sort of theme base and whatnot. But anyways, as you can see, I'm in the middle of a game. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to kill that. So let's do it. And there's a little bit of volume in this. Let's go ahead and cut that up. Alright, so for those of you who don't know what Minesweeper is, I'm going to really briefly get into that. Minesweeper is a game that came with Windows back when Windows was, you know, I think it might have started in maybe '98 or something. I'm not really sure when they included this game. I don't know really when it initially came out. But needless to say, up until about, I think, Windows 7, there's, you know, Microsoft have included these simple games with their PCs, just so that you get some initial enjoyment out of your PC. And one of those games was Minesweeper, which is a very fun, very simple game. Basically, the goal of Minesweeper is that you press any of the tiles that are on the screen. As you can see, we do have a bunch of tiles. When you do that, you will reveal a series of numbers, and those numbers can be used to determine which squares are safe and which squares have mines in them. If you click on a square that has a mine on it, you will lose. So that is the main premise sort of Minesweeper. So as I say, if you click, you know, to start the game off, you just click any of these squares and you get a bunch of numbers, a whole slew of them. As you can see, we've got a bunch of 1s and 2s. So using these various numbers, you can determine where there is a mine and where there isn't. For instance, I know there is a mine here, because as you can see, there is, you know, this one right there. I'm not really sure how easy it's going to be to show you this, but you know, the one right here, you know, this is the only block in its little 3x3 radius around it. So if that makes sense, I did go into a little bit more in-depth detail in the Mac version. So if you want to learn more about how to play the game in a much more in-depth explanation, I guess, make sure to check that out. So let us go ahead and let me just get into this review. So up here at the top, you will see we've got a mode menu, right? Or that's a menu, sorry. Over here, actually, we have the mode button. Next to that, we have a little magnifying glass, which when clicked will give you sort of an overview of the entire board. If I just pan down and show that to you real quick. It's a nice little overview, nice little feature. You just tap anywhere to make that go away. Alright, now, next to that, we have, on the left of this smiley button, we have how many mines we have left out of the total. So as you can see, we checked one of the mines, so that means that there are 99 mines in total, and it's just telling us that there are 98 left, supposedly. If you place a flag anywhere, even if there isn't a mine there, it doesn't matter. If you place a mine anywhere, it'll deduct from that number. So you can place you can place flags in random places, it'll still deduct from the number. It's just telling you this is supposedly how many mines you have left. But if you're you know, if you're getting all of them right, then yeah, I guess. And then the number to the right of the smiley face button is your timer. That's just how long you've been playing the game. So it tells you in seconds. So there you go. As you can see, I've been this game's been running for about 133 seconds as of now. So cool. If you press the smiley face button, it does what you would imagine. Starts a new game up. Get a nice little sound. I'm not really sure if that sound is if that sound is present in the PC version or not, but yeah, there you go. Now, this mode button here, let's go ahead and let's take a look at that. So by default, when you open up your game, when you press anywhere on the screen, you know, just quick tap, you obviously select the block and, you know, open up all the blocks around it. And if you tap and hold, that places a flag. Alright, that's the default. If you press the mode button though, now you're in a mode where, and if you see my Mac version, you might be thinking this is like a safety hat feature. Actually, what this is if you tap, you'll place flags, and by tapping and holding, you'll actually click. As you can see, that happened to be a mine. So there you go. I don't know if my finger was in frame there or not. So I prefer to play on the default mode. So yeah. That be that. So before we get into the actual game itself, before we get into like a demo game, I want to go ahead and go into the menu and show that to you for a bit. Okay, so under the menu we have the difficulty setting, which as you can see I have it set to advanced. Basically the difficulty just sets the size of the board, as you can see, and it also sets how many mines are present. So as you can see in advanced you have 16 by 30 with 99 mines. We're actually going to be doing a beginner match for the demo, so let's go ahead and set it to that. But you do also have a custom, and it's like the Mac version that I recently reviewed. You can slide these sliders around, and you know, you can see what your customization is set to by looking at the actual custom option, because the numbers, come on, let me slide you. The numbers will change on there based on where the slider position is, so pretty cool. But we're going to be doing an easy mode just because that way it'll hopefully go by quickly, unlike the Mac version where we actually wound up with an impossible case, which took a while to figure out. But anyways, under appearance you do have various themes. You can get blue and mines, green flowers, retro, all these various things. A few of these I think are require an in-app purchase to get. I got the in-app purchase because of, I think, of something else, but I think I did the in-app purchase to get rid of the ads. If you download the app, if you just download the app, which is free by the way, you will have ads, and you also won't have all of these various appearances. But if you do the in-app purchase, which I think is only about $2, you will not only lose the ads, but you'll also gain some of these various appearance things, and I think even gain a few more features. I do not think the in-app purchase is required, though, to play expert and custom modes, unlike the Mac version, where it is required. So that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, this song just sounded really familiar. Or no, it sounded like, I thought I heard this song somewhere else. Anyways, I'm sorry. It's just this song sounds a lot like Mumbo Jumbo's outro theme, if you haven't heard of him. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Next to, you know, below that we have the sound slider, so basically you can turn the sounds on or off. Just leave those on. You do have vibration if you have an iPhone. I guess it'll vibrate if you accidentally click on a mine or something, or maybe if you're about to press something. Confirm new game. If you click the smiley face with this turned on, it'll ask you if you are sure you want to create a new game. Typically, if you press the smiley face, though, it's really hard to accidentally press it, so I just leave that off. Game Center. This is a Game Center enabled game. Not really sure you can do a multiplayer mode of this. In fact, I don't see how that would work, but I do think you can challenge your friends to this. So we also have display type, which is, honestly, I'm not really sure what this is. I've been trying to figure that out. You got mark, boundary line, and none. I'm not entirely sure what that is all about. And then we have under here the initial mode. This is if you want to have the normal mode where just clicking will, or just tapping once, you know, a quick tap will activate a block, and then a tapping and hold will place down a flag. That's where you sort of go to toggle, you know, which one of these you want to be default. Sorry about the jump cut, just got a Pandora advertisement. So we, yeah, I'm going to cut those out. Alright. And then, so we got initial mode, game center behavior, or game over behavior. You can do nothing, restart the game automatically, or ask, I guess. I just like that set to do nothing. And then quick overview. That is the little, that's the little, magnifying glass button. As you can see, it's actually locked onto enabled. I think if you want to, you know, I think if when you do the in-app purchase, that's how that gets enabled. That's one of the other features that gets enabled when you do the in-app purchase. So, kind of cool. Now, under here, we have even more stuff. Scroll bounce, on or off, I guess. Just leave that on. Question marks. Yes, question marks. This supports question marks. Unlike the Mac version that I reviewed, this supports question marks. Thank you. I really do not know how you can forget the question mark feature in a Minesweeper game. Seriously. Huh. We also have quick change mode, which I'm not really sure what that is. Does it tell us when we turn it on? I'm not really sure. Quick change mode. Why don't we turn that on and see what happens? Then we have quick open, so I think that is if you close out of the app, you can quickly open it back up when you decide to turn the app, or if you close the app altogether, it'll you know, store its it'll store its current state in the memory, so you can open it back up really quickly when you want to open it again, if that makes sense. Touch sensitivity. I think that just means, you know, how long of a tap duration will, you know, will equal a tap. basically, I guess. So, yeah, I think that's what that is. Tapping and holding is enabled, that's where you place flags, and the hold duration is set right there. You can reset all the options. We have statistics, yep, we have more. Lots of statistics, so basically just stats and stuff. If you tap on them, it'll ask you to tag it or something. I'm not really entirely sure what that's for, but there you go. You can, you've used some tutorials, even some online videos. I haven't really looked at those yet. I guess those are just from Minesweeper enthusiasts, Minesweeper experts, giving you like extremely good hints or something. I have no idea. And then under here, about, we see it's about from Speaka. You can get support, you can rate the app, which is spelled wrong, it has 2 P's, not 1 P, or you can view their Twitter feed. So, that is the menu button. I think we've actually covered everything, so I think now we can actually play a game of Minesweeper. Hooray! Let's do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start up a new game by tapping the smiley face button. Get the little noise. As you can see, this is a 9x9 field with 10 mines, so okay, that's actually really loud. Shouldn't be that bad. So let's go ahead and get started by tapping anywhere. You'll see that we get our numbers. Now again, we can determine based on this one right here. Whoops. That's what the quick change mode is. So I clicked on a button that was already pressed, and that is how you switch to the modes. Okay, I do not like that feature one bit. I am turning that off right now. Okay, quick change mode has been disabled. Now that doesn't do anything, okay? So this one right here, I might need to use like an annotation to point to it. As you can see from the 3x3 area around it, there's one mine, so there's a mine right there. Bam. This does have the same feature that Mac version had, where you can press on the number once it's once all the mines have been checked to auto select all the other mines around it. But in that case, we don't need to do that because there are no other mines around it, or there are no other blocks surrounding it. Here's another. For some reason, whenever I record a Minesweeper video, I get really complicated and confusing setups. This is actually really ridiculous. Like, I think there's no way to actually definitively solve this. So, wow. I was going to chop one of these. That was a mine. Really? Are you joking me? I was hoping that'd be safe. Sometimes you have to do that. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, there's not a mine there. There is a mine here, however. So that's safe. Again, you can tell with this one right there that there is a mine right here. And right there. And then we've got a mine down here. There's a mine right here, because you can see that one. And that one, you know, yeah. Oh, there's not a mine here. That's actually a safe block. Let's see. Let's get all the obvious stuff out of the way first. There's a mine right here, because this 3x3 area around it, there's one mine, there's the other mine. Again, it's really kind of harder to show this on an iPod screen, because I can't, like, I can't really use, like, my finger as easily as I can a mouse to, like, show you everything. So I do apologize about that in advance. But this is safe. Whoa. Alright, I did not want to click that, or I did want to click that, but I didn't want to click where I clicked before I clicked there, if you will. This is safe. That's safe. Another one right here. Can you see how I figured that one out? So yeah, I'm sure you all know how Minesweeper works. It's a very, very simple game. Yeah, most people by now understand it. So there's that. Okay, here's another one. Right there. Alright, that's safe. Now, here's another mine, which makes this one safe. That's safe. It looks like we have one mine left. Where could that be? Oh no! Is another one of these? Oh wait, no. Click that one. Yay! I win. Yes! See, guys, I'm not a Minesweeper fail after all. So I'm gonna go ahead. As you can see, there's my time and all my stats right there. You can read that if you want. So we hit OK on that. So there we go. That is Minesweeper. As you can see, the little smiley face does have his sunglasses on. So that means that I won. A few things, though, that I want to go ahead and get into really quickly before ending off this review. Just a few extra little features that this has that, again, the Mac version doesn't have. Again, really makes no sense because this is a mobile version. And I even think they're both by the same company, although I could be wrong on that. As I said previously, this does have question marks. So if I tap and hold, place a flag down, and then just single tap it, we get a question mark. That is an essential feature in Minesweeper. Seriously. I really wish that the Mac version had that, but this one does, so there you go. If you wanted to get this version, you will have that. Also, if you look at the mouth guy, in fact, I might need to zoom in on this. In fact, I think if you look at that face, when I tap, his mouth opens. You know, he gets all worried. You know what I mean? Boom. And then you can see he gets all his eyes turned into X's, and I think his eyes turned into X's. Oh, no, they don't. I think they should. I think they do in the PC version, but in this one they don't. But that's forgivable, I guess, because we do have the question marks. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that is going to do it for this app review. So, I do, again, apologize that I missed yesterday, but, yeah. Hopefully that won't happen again. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video here. Thank you all for watching. Day 2 will be coming out a little bit later today. So thank you all for watching, and adios.